What's good, Plumboro? I'm Drew Bartow alongside my co-host, Mike Devine.
What's going on?
And Justin Newman.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Dear Lord. And of course, show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
Good evening.
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents, so gather around and enjoy the sounds of Sour Plums. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. I want to introduce our guest host tonight, the one and only Jimmy McBride. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Andy. People Plum. So good to see you all again.
And
It's a podcast.
Clearly, we were scraping the bottom of the barrel with this tonight.
well, speaking of bottom of the barrel, let's welcome back Mike to the show.
There'll be words later.
Oh, there will definitely be words later. I listened to the last show. There will be words.
Did you enjoy your week off, Mike? Or
No.
No?
No,
Why not?
Not the show. It's the worst show we've had yet.
The ratings wouldn't suggest that.
That's because people. It was like they wanted to see how bad the show could get.
Highest count on Apple Podcasts yet. But I want to get to one thing. I want to give Newman 30 seconds to gloat. I do. I want to give him 30 seconds to gloat. He's over there with the green chain, the Eagles jersey, the noggin boss, and his Eagles won the Super Bowl. What do you got to say for yourself, Justin? 30 seconds. That's it.
So the game
I changed my mind. 3 seconds. That's it.
did
All
not
right.
play out how I wanted it to play out, or how I thought it was going to play out. I was asked what I thought the score was going to be, and I said 34-21. But I did not expect us to be up 34-0 going into the third quarter. So it was a very weird Super Bowl for me. Being in the game is always not vomit-inducing, but like you're anxious the entire time. You don't get to enjoy it. Like most Super Bowls where you're just watching and just there for the game, you're enjoying the commercials and the ambiance. But when your team is in the game, it's a little hectic. But when you're up 34-0, it's like, can I enjoy this yet, or do I have to wait because it's Patrick Mahomes and they're going to come back and something's going to happen? But it never happened. So
If there's one guy that can come back, it's Patty Mahomes.
exactly my point. So I was like, I can't get too comfortable. But I was like, we are dominating this game from beginning to end.
Never
So
seen him so skittish. Never seen him so skittish. He had happy feet like Russ Wilson. He did. Immediately he snapped the
42
ball and he's moving in the pocket.
42 dropbacks, 7 sacks, 0 blitzes.
Wow.
Utter domination.
That's
Great game.
That's where the Eagles have been good for years now, though, right? The last 7, 8 years in the trenches, man. Offensive line, defensive line. They control the game that way, and that's why they've been so competitive.
Howie Roseman, baby.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Newman. I'm happy for you. Happy for a few other Eagles fans I know. So congratulations. I want to give Newman a quick shout out here in the opening for he's the PA announcer at the high school basketball games, and he had me fill in for him last Friday. And,
Fine job, Andy.
Had a lot of fun. A lot of panic at the beginning. Players weren't coming out of the locker room. I was supposed to play music. Had it all lined up. They weren't coming out. Had some dance moms and some cheerleaders come over telling me what they were going to do at halftime, and I knew nothing about what they were going to do at halftime because on top of that, Newman told me 3 hours before the game that I had announced 6 rosters of PBBO travel basketball players. Like, how am I going to fit this in 10 minutes? We did it, though. I spoke very fast.
Way to make it work, Andy.
Yeah.
Way to make it work.
We did. It was a lot of fun, though. It was a good time. So the season's over, isn't it, Newman?
It just finished tonight.
Yeah.
Yes. Just finished tonight. JV won. Varsity unfortunately did not. So season is concluded.
Hopefully, the kids had fun. I know it's disappointing for the seniors, especially. I mean, it's their last run. But I know we're hoping this is a program builder, the first stepping stone of the program being built, and you got to start somewhere. So, congrats to the seniors on a good season. But I know you didn't reach your goals. But a lot of good kids in that class, and I wish them success moving forward. Guys, I want to talk about what we're drinking tonight because I know Jimmy's here, and I know Jimmy's double fisting tonight, right, Jimmy?
Perhaps.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking, Jimmy?
Baby Jane in this hand and an Icy Light in this hand.
What's the chaser? Which one? Like, what order do you drink them in? What do you do?
I'm just doing a bourbon, but I expected Mike to go on about him being picked on a little bit. So I was like, I'm going to need a backup for later tonight. So, and heaven forbid if I go around this giant wall, it's just going to be catastrophe. I feel it.
What about you, Mike?
I didn't know what to drink tonight because I forgot to grab one, and then I looked over, and I saw this on my table, and I grabbed it. I got a Faygo Red Pop.
Oh, jeez.
Faygo Red Pop going hard tonight.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
I remember being 9.
Me too. It was a long time ago, but I remember it fondly.
Something
Long
new.
time.
Something new. What about you, Big Cat?
I'm drinking Arnold Palmer Light, non-alcoholic from Aldi. Just iced tea.
Not
Just
a sponsor.
iced tea.
Is Aldi a
Not
sponsor?
a sponsor.
Not yet.
Not yet.
What about you, Newman?
I grabbed a Jim Beam Black Cherry Lemonade. Never had it before, so we're going to try it.
Let us know how that is.
Not bad.
Not bad. All
Not
right.
bad. Pretty smooth. I like it.
Very good. And I'm drinking a Dancing Gnome Run Club IPA. Pretty tasty. Dancing Gnome doesn't miss very often, so it's a good beer. It's one of my favorite breweries in Pittsburgh. So on that note, I'd like to thank our Sour Plum sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage, and Nesbitt's Lanes. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free. The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's jump right into plum problems this week. And this is the Festivus of plum problems because I got a lot of problems with you people, and now you're going to hear about it.
Oh, man.
What do you mean by you people?
Oh,
Exactly.
Start with Justin.
It's the wrong month for that, sir.
Start with your brother.
listen, I turned the podcast on last week expecting to hear a nice, fun show, get to hear,
That's
listen
what
to
you
it.
got.
And I got to listen to it as a fan, not because I wasn't on it this week. From the get-go, I caught shade from minute one to the end. What the hell? The whole time. It was bullshit.
Well, we missed you.
Do you want to bring receipts? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember hearing anything either.
Thank you.
Yeah. I thought we had a good episode. Good, clean fun. Didn't cause any trouble. Didn't stir anything up in the community. And also, we mentioned you quite a bit. We name dropped you, Mike. I think that's
from the opening. Mario had wide shoes to fill. Screw him. And it just went downhill from there the whole time.
Would it mean something to you if I said I'm sorry?
No.
Oh, I wouldn't mean it anyway, but I just wanted to see if it meant something to you.
No, it would mean nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was bullshit. I am clearly the glue that holds this show together.
Is it like Elmer's glue? Because that stuff just sucks sometimes. Like it just doesn't work.
Wrong night to bring Jimmy on. Yeah.
Clearly it was. When's the right night to bring Jimmy on?
That's fair. That's fair. Well, we'll try to do better next time. Hey, good news is I believe I might miss the next episode, so you can have a chance for revenge there.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Are we going to have your brother on in your place?
No, my brother will not be on the podcast.
Okay. Forget it. Cancel him.
I have a call back from another show though, because I went to Dunkin' this past week, and I got in the line. I order my coffee the same way every morning. Every morning I go to Dunkin', I get a black coffee, and I add caramel to it. And I started saying caramel because of this show. I don't say caramel anymore. I say caramel.
I'm proud of you.
And if I'm working from home, I go to the one on Frankstown in Penn Hills that's close to my house. And if I'm on my way to the city, I stop on the one in Rodi. This is at the one in Rodi, and I had to say caramel. I'm not kidding. 9 times. She had no idea what the hell I was talking about. And I finally broke and said caramel. And she goes, "Oh, caramel." And I said,
"Come on."
I'm not kidding. And I was cursing you specifically the whole time that I said this, because I was trying so hard not to break. And I was like, I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. Drew said I'm not wrong. And the whole time I'm like, I hope Drew steps on a Lego barefoot, because I'm so mad at him right now.
I haven't done that in a while. Hey, another chance to learn some stuff tonight, Mike. We're bringing back Grammar Hammer tonight. A little sneak peek.
I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it? You go first every time. Between you, I've decided between you and Jimmy. I feel like you and Jimmy are going to do very poorly tonight.
Let's go.
I'm here for
I've
it.
decided. All right, who else has a plum problem this week?
This guy.
Oh, Jimmy.
Where was my voicemail? Because now I'm going to be taking a shot at somebody on this panel from 3 weeks ago. He's not ready for it.
Oh.
But he's going to be. It's where is it, Michael?
It's in my email. It's actually Mario and Big Cat have it. They had it literally 4 minutes after they stopped recording. They could have put it in.
That was like 45 minutes, and we were going to bed. And like, no way we were going to start recording again, Mike. No way.
You could have recorded the next morning, or
it was fine. Yeah. I said
you could have pretended to listen to it, and one of you could have just jumped on and made a comment.
No, overruled all of that. The way the show was flowing, it didn't fit. It wouldn't have fit. It was a really good voicemail, though. Unfortunately, Mike didn't send it to us in time. So,
in my defense, I had an email written. I just never hit send. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what you have to do to send an email. You have to hit send.
Listen, show producer didn't ask me until after the show was over. They could have asked before the show.
I have to ask every show, and I usually have to wait till morning because you're sleeping already.
But nobody asked before the show.
Well, the way it flowed.
I blame Mario. He was in my spot. It
was better without it. Unfortunately,
it was his segment.
Speaking of email, at what age do people stop using email?
Get over it, Jimmy.
I'm just saying.
Email's a thing.
Email is a thing.
I feel it's a dying thing.
No.
Like, quick. Just saying.
How many unread emails do you have right now?
And which one?
On your phone.
Way too many, if you have to look.
6,775.
Oh, come on.
That gives me anxiety.
Oh, my.
To be fair, Nicole emptied out my inbox like 2 months ago, so they just keep flowing, man.
Wow. Well, Jimmy, we apologize for Mike's malfeasance. We wanted to do it, but we were actually wondering where it was, and he had not sent it in a timely fashion, so it didn't get into the episode. So your streak's over.
Joe DiMaggio lives on.
Drew, I apologize for what's coming later.
That's okay. Big Cat, what's your plum problem?
I don't have any plum problems. No. My problem is I have these rants when I'm out in public that I get really serious about this. This is a rant. But then it's like been 2 weeks and I'm like sitting here in my house. I'm like comfortable. I'm in a good mood. I don't want to go to that low vibration of being upset at people I don't even know. When I'm in those moments, like I was in a local grocery store and people have just lost, maybe it's just there, but people have lost the welcoming, the looking to help. I go straight to self-checkout. So maybe they consider me not a real shopper. But I walk in, no one says hello. I'm checking out. No one asks if I need help. I've needed help, and it's been awkward to get somebody's help. And then I'm leaving, and they don't even say good. It's just like every time I go there, I get pretty upset about it. Maybe I need to go somewhere else and shop and see if it's any different.
I'm with you on that. I think that's sort of out the window, right? I think public
Are you talking
manners.
like the employees? Or just people in general?
No, they've lost the customer service. The employees should be welcoming people walking through the door. I think we've established that's what people do when you walk into a business. I walked into Five Below in Monroeville, and they were like, "Welcome to Five Below. Thank you for shopping. Let us know if you need something." You're supposed to keep customers engaged and informed. I walk in and they're all having their own conversations. I mean, I grew up in a town with a small grocery store. It's such a small grocery store thing, but I just feel like they could be a little more customer friendly.
I'm with you, Big Cat. I'm with them. Yeah.
I feel like customer service is going away because brick and mortar is going away.
If I walk into Moe's and they don't say welcome to Moe's, I'm not staying. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm a little unsettled when they say it, so that's okay.
Not me.
It's awkward when you're the only, like, there's nobody else in the restaurant. It's just me and Carly walking in, and they're like, "Welcome to Moe's." Easy.
I'm with you, though, Big Cat. I hear it. What about you, Justin? Any plum problems?
My plum problem is not necessarily plum in itself, but as a whole. So I'm going to poll the panel here. What did we think of the halftime show of the Super Bowl last night?
Can I tell you?
Sure.
First and foremost?
Sure.
So I that was my plum problem. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you my opinion, and then I'll let the rest of the panel speak if that's okay. So the immediate response as you log on to halftime to social media is, I can't understand it. I've never heard of him. Performance wasn't flashy enough. Not the right place for political messages, etc. Everyone wants the halftime act to be for them, right? To reflect their values or their faves. Some women would have preferred swooning over John Mayer as he belted out Your Body is a Wonderland 3 straight times. Too many folk would have chosen Morgan Wallen to serenade them with N-bombs from the stage between pop country duets with far better and less racist musicians who should know better than to work with him. And some even enjoyed reliving yesteryear a few years ago when they brought Madonna back from the dead. Fine, that might have been what you wanted, but you're not that special. Everything isn't always about you. A lot of people enjoyed the Super Bowl halftime show last night, and most of them don't look like those who didn't. That was the right message on the world's biggest stage in front of everyone who needed to hear it, even if they stopped listening and opted to grab another shitty beer and buffalo chicken dip from the kitchen. And bonus points for pettiness that reached levels never before seen on such a public platform. Some may say it was a bit much. I say it was just right. Next.
Thank you for coming to Andy's TED Talk.
So all the symbolism and everything aside, that's fine. If so many people want to make statements, I'm fine with that. I wasn't entertained. I didn't like the halftime show. I'm fine that he tried to make a statement, or they did make a statement. I'm fine that there was symbolism. I'm fine with all that stuff. I wasn't entertained. I like to be entertained for the halftime show. It wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't like the music. I didn't like the show.
You also don't like music, so it wasn't into you.
No, I don't. No, and I've said before, I don't like music. I like songs. And there are, like, when Snoop Dogg and Eminem and those guys came out, I thought it was a fantastic show. I was very entertained. The whole half hour kept my attention. Lady Gaga was a great show. Michael Jackson was my favorite all-time halftime show. I was entertained for those. I don't like music, so I couldn't have named one of Kendrick Lamar's songs going into that. They could have picked a different artist. I was entertained.
I'll jump in. I'm kind of on the same boat as Mike. I'm not much of a rap guy in general, but I didn't know who he was to begin with. I mean, I'm just curious. Was Scott Stapp not available? Something along those lines. But
come on.
Sad thing is,
listen, Creed had their best year ever. Just saying. But no, I'm just not a rap guy. I appreciate what it was, but I wasn't entertained either. That's the best way to say it.
For the record, if Creed was there, I probably wouldn't have been entertained as well.
Can he get off the show now? Like, can we move on? Like, I think we're at that point. Like, we have to have this talk.
What about you, Big Cat?
I don't think I've ever watched a halftime show and been like, that was really entertaining. I'm so glad I watched that. Like, especially in recent years, like even with Rihanna, it was kind of like, okay, what is all this? And honestly, during the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre performance, I couldn't get over how half the stadium could not see what was going on because the set was all set to one side for the TV camera. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. Half the stadium that paid to be there is looking at the back of the set that's just like white walls. So I guess I'm looking at that in a more like a fourth dimensional view, So if I was there, it would have probably been very entertaining last night. It's like, I listen to Kendrick's music, I'm a big fan of Drake, and I know, the beef is real to both of them. Like, this isn't a game. Kendrick is standing on what he's standing on, and Drake has, done what he's done. So I think they both have legit reasons to beef with each other. I thought it was very symbolic, and I like symbolic stuff. And I thought some of the messages aren't even that symbolic. You just have to look at it for what it is. It's like you don't have to go searching for what he's talking about. He's laying it out there. So I thought it was good. I mean, last night I was kind of bored by it. It was a boring Super Bowl overall. So there was nothing like really piquing my interest last night.
As an Eagles fan, I disagree. It was a great Super Bowl. Just saying. Just saying.
Well, Newman, what's your perspective here?
So I think I don't want to call it a problem, but I think people were looking for the flashy, balls to the wall, like lights, glitter, glamour, pomp and circumstance show. And that's not Kendrick Lamar. That's not what he does. He is a lyricist. Like, he is a Pulitzer Prize winning lyricist. He has won 20 Grammys. He is I don't want to say the cultural, like the icon of this like generation, but he says what he's thinking, and he's always making his music art and thought provoking. And that's what that was. And that was him taking a stand on, his beliefs and putting it out there for people to understand, this is where I'm coming from. This is how I feel. And that was it was more of an art piece than it was a show. And people were looking for the show aspect, and they didn't get that. So I think that's why people were upset, annoyed, whatever you want to call it. But if you understand what he was doing and what he was saying, so like I've been all day been sharing on Facebook, this is what was behind it. This is the understanding. This is breakdown song by song why he did this. Here's why he did this. And I had a lot of people say, thank you for educating me on what I was watching and why it was what it was. And if you go back and watch it with that information, it's a completely different halftime show. But again, if you're not armed with the information, I see why you didn't like it. It wasn't for you, but it was a phenomenal piece of artwork. And he told a story, and he made himself seen. And people are all upset that I can't believe we're putting a rap beef on the Super Bowl. It was way more than that. It just so happens that one of his more mainstream popular songs is a diss track. It's a diss track that won Song of the Year at the Grammys. He can't help that. But the simple fact that Drake made it bigger than it was by trying to file a lawsuit made it even funnier. The way that he teased Not Like Us and then said he wasn't going to do it, and then he didn't do it, and then he did it, and then he didn't do it, and then he just went all in and did not hold back. The fact that he had two of Drake's exes in the performance, diabolical. The fact that he had 100 million people screaming A minor, diabolical. To wear the chain of A minor is extremely diabolical. But again, it obviously wasn't for people that wanted a show. It was completely different, and I like the fact that it was a completely different take on what the halftime show was. So.
Yeah. I mean, even the football game was a different take on a football game. It wasn't a football game. so it worked.
It was an ass whooping.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not mad at the show. I just wasn't entertained. Like, it wasn't. Like, I don't disagree with anything you said. But when I'm watching a football game, the Super Bowl, like not a football game, I'm watching the Super Bowl. I'm there for 4 hours to be entertained, and that's all. That's everything you just said is fine. I don't really follow all that stuff, like where I stand with music. But put somebody out there who's going to entertain me.
So who's Drake?
Not me, but like just in general. Like, you have people. Lily knew every word to every song he sang, and I was watching her like, oh, good, cool. You're enjoying this. It's great. But there's people who are like, my parents had no clue. I had no clue. There's people younger than me. Like, there's a wide range of people that you could find somebody who's going to entertain everybody.
But Mike, there's no universal entertainer. There's no. I'm sorry. You can say Prince.
You don't think Prince did?
No.
Baloney. He didn't.
No.
Yes, he did.
You're telling me that everybody that watched the Prince halftime show loved Prince, loved that halftime. It's the same thing every year, Mike. It doesn't matter who performs.
No, I'm not saying everybody did, but I'm saying the wide age range of people enjoyed Prince. You don't think that people enjoyed Michael Jackson when he had From All Ages?
I think people of all ages.
You don't think there was
Michael
a
Jackson.
wide range? You don't think there was a wide range of people when Snoop Dogg and Eminem came out? People of our generation, because our parents listened to him, and then my kids listened to him as well. That's 4 generations there worth of people to listen to him.
And there's still people who hated him.
Yeah, no, but you're going to have individuals who don't like them. That's one thing. I'm not saying individuals. I'm saying when you have generations of people who can be entertained by the same kind of music. That's what I'm saying. Generations, not individuals. Generations. That was directed to like basically one generation of people.
I disagree with that. You just said your daughter was enjoying it. I enjoyed it. That's 2 generations right there.
Okay, what about the next generation above you?
Mike's generation. Like, next one up.
I think again, I wasn't entertained, and I know there's a lot of people that weren't entertained, and then people were twisting it to, oh, you don't like this, you don't like that. No, it's not that. I wasn't entertained, and people were twisting it into something it wasn't. It has nothing to do with anything else. It has nothing to do with the message. It has nothing to do with anything else. I wasn't entertained, and I'm there to be entertained.
It's all right, old man. Keep yelling at the clouds. Next.
Like, if we could just entertain Mike
See,
Devine at the Super
next-
Bowl, we're
no,
good. Nobody
no,
else.
see,
Nobody else matters.
Now you're twisting my words.
Nobody else matters, is what you're
Now-
saying.
now you're
Who would
twisting
you
my
want to
words.
see?
You're saying
Who
what
would you want to
exactly I
see?
said. Yeah.
Creed.
Not Creed.
Do you think Lily would like Creed? Do you think Lily would like, realistically, somebody we listened to when we were in our 20s?
There's
No.
a lot of artists that my kids and I listen to.
Well, you
Like?
indoctrinated them.
Too soon.
Well, we can all agree, disagree, and maybe we'll still have a show next week. We don't know. Mike's on his shit this week.
Don't worry,
I'm still mad about last week.
I like the passion, though, Mike. I do. I like it in passion. Even if you're wrong, it's fine. All right, let's.
I just don't like when people tell me that I feel a certain way about something because I don't like something. It's because of a different reason. I don't like when I'm told that I don't like something because of a certain reason. When I'm telling you the reason I didn't like the halftime show is simply I was not entertained.
Not everybody's as genuine as you, Mike. I'll say that.
Oh, I'm not saying that there's no people out there who didn't like it for different reasons.
As long as you can understand that.
Yeah.
Because I read a bunch of them, and I don't have that many Facebook friends. And I probably have fewer today.
Ironically, same.
On that note, Newman, what's the latest Minority Report?
All right, gents, this is going to be a quick one. So when you are cooking, and we'll say you're putting something in the oven, and you have to get the foil out, and you rip the foil, you see the pan, and you put the foil in the pan. You just rip it out and just push it all in together. Well, instead of...
Wait, you lost me. What are we doing?
And you pull out a pan, and you put something in the pan, and you're putting foil in the pan, so like you're cooking, we'll say you're cooking, I don't know, some sort of meat that you smoke in your oven.
Okay.
So you take the pan out, and you put foil over the pan, and you just throw it in the oven, right? Typically what you do. So instead of doing that, take the pan out, turn the pan upside down, put the foil over that part of the pan, and then you remove that, turn it back over, and you now have a perfectly layered pan. So the foil isn't leaking over the sides. It's not folded more on one side than the other. It's literally the perfect shape because you've molded on the outside, and then molded on the outside, put it on the inside.
You saying
Nice and
pan or Pam?
I think he's saying pan with an N.
Panem?
I just wanted clarification.
The
Are
end
you
side.
drunk?
No.
Hey, as someone who does that regularly, Justin, like, puts the foil in the pan to protect the pan, so I have to wash the damn pan. I love this one. I'm going to use it, and I'll report back to you because I like it.
Copy that.
Wait, are you saying put the foil in the pan before you put it in the oven?
Mold it, turn the pan over, mold the aluminum foil to that shape, then turn it over and put the foil on the pan, and then put your meat or whatever you're making in the oven on that foil, because now you're not going to have leaks. You don't have to wash the pan. You just throw the foil away when you're done.
Oh, I thought the pan was already in the oven. Then you're like wrapping it as it comes out of the oven.
I mean, you can try, but you're going to get burned.
That's why I was lost. That's why I was lost.
That'll be a new definition of coming in hot when Mike does that right before the show starts. All right. Well, thank you, Newman.
My pleasure.
What's this segment going to be called after the Minority Report, where we explain it to Mike?
Listen, he talks about smoking meat, and I take hot meat out of the smoker all the time and wrap it in foil. That's why I thought you were talking about taking it out of the oven and then wrapping it in foil. Sometimes you bake things and then you wrap it in foil.
Please don't say it again.
Say smoked meats one more time. No, I'm just
Smoked meats.
Mike, you have a would you rather for us tonight?
I do. Would you rather have a time machine where you can go forward or backwards in time to any time period, or a teleporter?
Anyone care to take this, or
Are they unlimited use?
Yes.
Can't be one-time use, right? This isn't a
Right.
tampon.
Wow.
That's where you went? That was the first thing you thought of?
Wow.
Time machine, teleporter, tampon. It was just a tease. There's three T's. I'll start since I did that. So I get done. You guys can carry on for the next 10 minutes without me. I thought about this for a little bit. I'm going to go with teleporter. I just like the idea. Yeah, I realize with the time machine I can go back in time and do all these things, explore all these things. But with a teleporter, I could instantly wherever I want to be. The Steelers are playing on the West Coast. I'm there. The Buccos are. I won't even go to Pittsburgh for the Buccos. Never mind. But you know what I mean? Like I could travel. I could go take a vacation and be back quicker. Like it would cut a lot of time off, and just that travel time and getting to places. To me, that's an efficiency in my life that would make my life a whole hell of a lot better on a day-to-day basis. Maybe not large, like crazy stories where you go back in time and kill Hitler, or, all that crazy. I'm sure somebody could think about that, or other people. But I think just on a day-to-day basis, that would be so good for all of us to be able to just be where we want to be immediately. That's where I would go.
I'm going to follow you on that one, Andy. I've always said, when you always ask the hypothetical question, if you could have any superpower or any X-Men's powers, what would it be? And I would always pick Nightcrawler because I want the teleportation. You can literally be anywhere at any time, and it's not going to take you 6 hours to travel there. If I wanted to go to the Super Bowl, I could be there in a blink and I could leave, and I'm back home. It doesn't take any travel time. I will take that all day, every day, because I think if I had a time machine, I'm a big believer in the whole butterfly effect. Like I would change something in the future, so I don't want to mess anything up. I like the way that my life is. I think it was put this way for a reason, so I will take the teleportation.
I was going to ask about the butterfly effect. If you guys all think that's legit, like, do you think?
I 100% think that's legit.
Yeah.
If you go back in time and change something, everything else changes as a result. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Ashton Kutcher made a real life movie about it. Like, it's true.
It was a documentary.
No. It was Back to the Future. They did it first.
Yeah, sure. But
Ashton
everybody
Kutcher did it better.
Yeah, exactly.
It was called the butterfly effect,
I'm
not
kidding.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. I'll jump in next. Also, same thing. You don't want me to have a time machine. It would be chaos for too many people.
I don't want you to have a teleporter either.
Well, listen, if I get teleportation, first thing I'm doing, I'm selling every car. Like, they're out. Think of all the money you're saving in that regard. And like you said, if I want to go somewhere, I want to sit in traffic, boom, I'm there. Lunch naps during work, going home, taking a 30-minute nap, going back. Done.
Oh, I didn't even think of the nap
Wow. Wow.
Genius.
Next level, Jimmy.
Yep.
Genius.
So, I mean, like, I'm saving 2 car payments, like, out the door, gone, moving on.
You have a teleporter and you're worried about car payments.
Nope, they're gone.
You'd be so rich, man. You'd be so rich.
That would just say,
$5
like,
you teleporting.
Because, like, you don't want me to be able to go past. Like, I'd wreck too many things. Trust me.
That's probably the most like sincere, true thing you've ever said, Jimmy.
I know.
Like, that's self-reflection's deep with you today.
Exactly.
Clean sweep so far. What do you say, Big Cat?
I'm hoping Big Cat says time machine because it's going to be a true clean sweep if he doesn't.
I mean, honestly, I've thought pretty good about either one of these. And I would, if I had a time machine, and I'm going to pick time machine because I think right now I would just go back and fuck up a lot of stuff. I'm going back. No one can stop me.
So you're fucking things up on purpose?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, all right.
I
You
like
just want
that.
to cause chaos.
Can I get one example?
Like, I'll go back to Justin's high school and I'll like get him out early of class one day. And I'll go, I'm from the future. One day on Valentine's Day 2025, a guy named Big Cat's gonna call you with a life-changing idea. I don't know. You put me on the spot. I just had to start talking. But no, I think I would go back and just mess up people. That'd be so sweet.
I like it.
Well, I don't have any new ideas, but I'm going with teleporter for basically everything you've already said. Just the time aspect that it would save.
Yeah.
I have nothing of significance to add.
And honestly, you could charge for people to use it and make a fortune.
Yeah.
The time machine, like, you're never getting that back. As soon as they leave, they're gone.
You just
Unless
said
you go with them, I guess.
you said you can only use it once. I would have probably picked time machine in that aspect because teleportation would be pointless because I'm not teleporting somewhere once. If I have a time machine, I'm going back and I'm betting on something.
Well, there and back
And
is one use.
I'm making myself rich if I'm doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hot tub time machine.
Hot tub. Great.
I was thinking more Back to the Future 2 and going to bet huge on sporting events,
Yeah.
but
You'd
Hot
be
tub
Biff.
time machine.
You'd be Biff? Would you be
Damn
Biff
right.
in that timeline?
Damn right.
So almost a clean sweep for teleporter.
If you
Your
could go
hat's
back,
almost as big as Biff's was in that movie.
if you could go back, what's the biggest upset that you could think of right now that you would have gone back to bet on? The Steelers as a 6 seed.
Oh, that would have been a big one.
Probably the Giants beating the Patriots when they were undefeated.
Oh yeah, and yeah.
How much water whoever's dog is that drinking in the background? How much water they would drink?
What about?
I'm going with that was probably that racist Addy doing that.
It
No,
was.
it's Boomer.
It
It was Addy. Yeah, I think.
Yep.
I'd go back and bet on Appalachian State beating Michigan. Remember that? Like,
Oh, that was a great. I was in the
at the
car.
time, that
No.
was huge. At the time,
When was that? 2008, 2007. That was awesome.
I mean,
that
at
game.
the time, that was like now it's like run of the mill for that kind of stuff. But at that time was like, wow.
I take mine back. UMBC beating
Oh.
Virginia in the NCAA tournament.
Oh,
First
yeah.
16-1
16?
upset. Yeah, I'd put huge money on that because
Yeah.
nobody's thinking that's coming.
What seed was Duquesne last year? Because I was in Vegas for that, and the casino, the sports book went absolutely insane. They weren't a
Were they
15, were they?
No, I think they were.
14 maybe though.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't think it was 15.
They were
I think
higher
it was
than
like
12.
I think it was
for sure.
13. I think it was 13 or 14. I don't remember which one it was though. But yeah, that was a huge upset too. But yeah, that would be that would be what I would do if I had a time machine once. I would just go back and put a whole lot of money on something that I know is going to pan out, or buy stock in Google or Apple or something. I would be rich.
I was going to say you don't need a time machine if you're in Congress for that. Bet it. Putting your money in stocks. Yeah, never mind.
Is Newman frozen? No, he's
No.
just.
He's perplexed at what I'm saying.
That was the best non-frozen freeze of all time.
I'll
right
cut
there.
this all out, but I was saying that he said he would go back and invest in something that he knew was going to pan out. I was saying that insider trading happens in Congress, so they don't need a time machine. They just know that when TikTok gets banned, that Meta's stock is going to go up. So there was Congress people that had invested in Meta, and then they signed the bill to get it. To get TikTok banned, so
That was a little too high level for our audience, Big Cat.
I'll cut it
and
all
our
out.
panel as well.
I'll cut it all out. I'll explain instead of making a joke next time.
So what I'm trying to say is,
But here's what happened: our congressmen and women, all right, are getting wealthy. Sorry, I'll stop. Off of our taxpayer dollars.
All right. On that note, I would like to thank our Sire Plum sponsors once again. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascara Real Estate Team, Lululo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage, and Nesbitt's Lanes. At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We have also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
Nesbitt's Lanes Incorporated. Lanes available for the 24-25 season. Family Bowling Center specializing in open bowling, league bowling, bumper bowling, birthday parties, group events, fundraisers, all-night bowling parties, summer leagues, Sunday morning specials, in-house tournaments, junior bowling program, after-school bowling program. They can be reached at 412-793-5556. Web address is www.nesbittlanes.com. And when you book and mention the podcast for your child's birthday by the end of the year, the birthday child is free. Nesbitt Lanes Incorporated.
welcome back, Andy.
Yes, Newman.
Is it time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum?
It is Newman. Grammar Hammer is back. And
Hell yeah.
before I drop it on the people of Plum, I like to drop it on you fine folks first. As always, Mike is going to go first. I might switch up with Jimmy. I don't know yet. So here's what I'm doing tonight. I got 4 sentences for you. I'll read the sentence, and all you have to do is tell me if it's grammatically correct or not. Right? That's easy.
Can I point something out real quick? Jimmy, do you have your arm taped up for the show?
Mm-mm.
Are you? What's going on?
Tennis elbow.
You playing a lot of tennis during the show tonight?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. As you were. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Triumphant return of Grammar Hammer. Interrupted for tennis elbow. So I will read a sentence, and all you have to do is tell me if it's grammatically correct or not. That's it. If you say it's not correct, however, don't tell us why, because that ruins it for everybody else. Just yes or no. Grammatically correct or not. Everyone gets to answer it before we reveal. Mike, Jimmy, Big Cat, Justin. Mike, Jimmy, Big Cat, Justin. Is this grammatically correct?
So I want to say everything opposite of what Mike agreed to. Okay, carry on.
Fair.
Got it.
Big Cat has won less Grammys than Kendrick Lamar.
That's correct.
Jimmy.
Say it one more time. Sorry.
Last time I'm saying it. Big Cat has won less Grammys than Kendrick Lamar.
Correct.
Big Cat.
I need clarification.
No, you don't. What do you need?
WON or ONE?
I wouldn't do that to you. It's WON. Come on. Just the sentence itself.
I thought we were trying. Okay.
Without looking it up, Big Cat, is it correct or not?
It is correct. I had to rethink, and you're not repeating it because these 2 knuckleheads already asked for it twice, and then I had to stop and make a joke. I forgot what you said. Now I'm just filibustering. I have to try to think about what you said in my head while I'm talking to you, so I can delay time and go.
Can I drop the grammar hammer? Because he's not filibustering. Now he is, but he wasn't when he said it.
He was not filibustering. All right. Last but not least, Newman.
Big Cat has won less Grammys than Kendrick Lamar. Is correct.
You were all wrong.
Did you say then or than?
Than.
Okay, okay.
Big Cat has won fewer Grammys than Kendrick Lamar. Fewer is used to describe countable numbers or items, whereas less is used to describe an abstract or otherwise uncountable amount of items.
He is correct.
That was a good start.
That was good.
That was a clean sweep.
That was good.
Wrong. I did not anticipate that.
If I had 2 more seconds to contemplate,
if I'd have read it 3 more times,
I was on to something because it's not correct either. But Big Cat has 1 less Grammys. That was like the clue of.
So that's where he threw me off because I was thinking, is he messing with the words? That's why I said better than. That's why I was like.
So just so you know, for the next 3 sentences as well, don't think about it in those terms. Don't overthink. I'm not going to say something that's spelled wrong. I'm not going to do that to you. That's impossible for you guys. I'm not going to do that to you. So, all right, clean slate. 0 for 1. Number 2. Mike is the host of this podcast that talks the most. Mike.
That's incorrect.
Jimmy.
Incorrect.
Big Cat.
I'm feeling like I'm getting shoehorned in this 3rd spot, but it's incorrect. I feel like I have to go with them.
Incorrect? Okay, Mike, why is it incorrect?
It should be speaks.
No.
No.
What?
No. Jimmy, why is it incorrect?
Because Mike doesn't talk that much, and when he does, it just drives everybody insane sometimes.
It's not about a factual statement, Jimmy. It's about grammar. This game is off the rails.
Wait, say the sentence again.
I will. Mike is the host of this podcast that talks the most. Jimmy.
Which talks the most? I don't know.
Jimmy.
Listen, I had a 50-50 shot, and I went with it.
You went wrong. Okay, Big Cat.
There's a lot going on, guys, okay?
Why is it wrong, though?
Oh, who?
Okay, thank you, Mike. It's
there
who.
it is.
I don't know.
It's who speaks the most.
I can't remember what you said. Can I write these down?
I mean, you could do it. You're the 3rd person in line. I'll slow it down for you guys. But you guys all got it right.
Well, they're talking through my turn.
That one wasn't hard.
McBride's yapping through my turn. I can't even think straight.
All right. As for the reason why, who refers to a person, that refers to an inanimate object. There you go. Okay, good. Number 3. Newman owns over 30 pairs of Jordans. Correct or incorrect grammatically? Newman owns over 30 pairs of Jordans.
I want to say incorrect.
Jimmy.
Correct.
Big Cat.
Correct.
Justin.
It is incorrect.
Mike, why did you say it's incorrect?
Say the sentence one more time.
Newman owns over 30 pairs of Jordans.
Newman owns more than 30 pairs of Jordans.
Correct. Great job, Mike. All right, Mike. Mike, I'm proud of you, buddy. I am so proud of you.
Way to go, Mike. I was going to say the same thing, by the way. He just said it first.
I almost call him Lil Buddy. All right, good job. This is good.
I'm just,
good. Last
I'm just
one.
a little bitch.
just a little bit. You said it. All right, last one. This has not been as clean as I thought it might have been. This has been good.
This is filthy.
This is not disappointed.
This is filthy. I don't like this
you
game.
guys never disappoint me on grammar.
I struggled enough when you were spelling words, Drew. Now you're spelling whole sentences.
I tried to make it easier, and now you're trying to spell
break
words
down
in
in my head, and I have to think about what you're saying while Mike and Jimmy talk.
Oh shit! All right,
Justin's brim keeps hitting off his microphone, distracting me.
That's not his hat. Okay, fourth and final one, guys. All right.
Just the brim.
My parents often told me to move further away from the TV. My parents often told me to move. See, I said often. My parents often told me to move further away from the TV. Mike.
I want to say correct.
Jimmy.
Correct.
Big Cat.
See, I'm screwed in this third spot. I'm thinking of the fact. Oh, you know what? Correct.
Newman.
It's incorrect. They don't want to say incorrect because they don't want to fix the answer because they don't know.
What's the answer, Newman?
It's farther, not further.
Farther is distance.
You told us it wasn't going to be a word.
Farther refers to literal distance. Further means more. It is. Of course, it's going to be a word. I'm not. It's not a misspelling. It's not like you have to figure out if it's like spelled one or one.
It's what's further.
Further just means more. It doesn't mean like when you're
Further,
talking about
furthermore.
Yeah, if you're talking about distance, it's always farther. Always farther on distance.
Am I following?
What was your sentence again?
My parents often told me to move further away from the TV.
Okay.
Which is incorrect because it's distance. It's farther.
Drew.
I feel this. I feel this.
You use my Pittsburghese against me, Drew.
That's the whole purpose.
My parents have been combining words and sentences, and my mom's been adding S's to stuff that doesn't have S's and T's to stuff that doesn't have T's. And you're asking me further and farther? This was an insult tonight.
That was
Drew.
a bullshit one.
Guys, you did not disappoint. I thought this. Honestly, I made this tonight. I prepped this, and I thought, man, is this too easy? It was not. It
was too hard. Can we go back to words, please?
I'll think about it. All right, Mike. On that, let's move on to blind rankings. I assume you have one tonight?
I do have a blind ranking.
All right, and blind rankings for everyone listening at home or in your car or wherever you're listening to it on another planet. I don't know where you're listening to this from. But blind rankings is when Mike gives us a category, and he gives us 5 things within that category that we have to rank 1 through 5, best to worst. But we do not know what's coming next. So he does these one at a time. And Mike, take it away.
Actually, I want to go real quick back to last episode's Would You Rather. You guys gave me shit for the one I gave to Mario, which I didn't use tonight. But then you guys went into a Would You Rather that Mario came with. Oh, would you rather have a lot of money or more money? Well, how was that thought provoking? Would you rather have a lot of money or even more money? Come on.
One that you've
It was
done
the
before.
coin flip. The coin flip made it different.
Honestly, I thought.
Would you rather have $1 million or $1 billion? Come on, that was a bullshit one.
No.
That
million was at all.
But the billion was contingent. Guaranteed. It was contingent on a coin toss. So are you going to gamble or are you going to take the million?
Oh, so you still get a lot of money if you don't flip a coin.
Yeah,
you still get life-changing money if you don't flip a coin. How will you survive with life-changing money if you don't flip a coin? How will you get by? Come on.
Life-changing, but if dance costs you $900,000, AAU basketball costs you $500,000. I mean, million's not going to do it forever. $1 billion is, and so you might take that risk.
It was bullshit. Anyway, tonight's category are appetizers at a restaurant.
Tonight's category are
what?
Grammar Hammer. Tonight's category are.
Can
I explain why that's wrong?
Go ahead,
appetizers.
It's only one thing, so it's is. Multiple things would be are.
They are appetizers.
The category.
It's
is
from the category,
not are.
Whatever. Fuck off. We're going with appetizers. You ready? At a restaurant.
Okay.
You put in the first sentence.
Your cousin's notes this week are going to be wild.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go Jim, Drew, Big Cat, Justin. Boneless wings. Any flavor, your favorite flavor, boneless wings.
4.
I'm going to put them at 4 as well because I'm not a big boneless wing guy because they're not really wings. They're adult chicken nuggets. So I'll eat them if they're on the table, if somebody orders them, but 4.
You're right. They are adult chicken nuggets, but they're like lumpy nuggets. Like if I want a chicken nugget, I'm thinking Wendy's, McDonald's. I don't want a lumpy, like almost look like bone, but no bone. You know, if there's a bone, just give me a bone.
Yeah,
I just said that.
No,
I always prefer bone.
Don't fake bone me, please.
What number did you say?
I'm gonna put them at 5. They belong in the gutter. I won't regret that. I know it.
I'm going to put them at 3 because I don't trust you, and I can stomach boneless wings. So we're going to put them at 3 and play safe.
That was the right decision, Justin. I think that was the right decision.
All right, next is mac and cheese bites.
That's a 5 for Newman. I'll go ahead and give him his score right now. You don't have to go to him. We'll save 5 seconds.
What restaurant has mac and cheese bites outside of Sheets?
Oh, yeah.
I've had mac and cheese bites at a lot of restaurants.
I have in my freezer right now.
Yeah,
Appetizer.
he said it. All right,
It's an appetizer.
3.
Wait, so you give it shit, then you rate it higher?
No,
He's being smart, Mike. He's saving 5. I am too. I'm going 3. I wouldn't order them. I don't like deep fried mac and cheese or appetizers, with the exception of a couple. But I'll go 3 just because I'm not going 5.
Well, I was a little confused. I don't know what I thought the category was, but when you said boneless wings, I wasn't thinking appetizers for some reason. So I'm putting mac and cheese bites at 4. I was confused. I didn't know what the category was. I didn't hear him say appetizers because everyone was yelling.
he said is appetizers. That's a 3 off.
Oh yeah, you guys drowned out what the category was for jumping down his throat.
Well deserved, but yeah, I hear you.
Damn. All right, 4. Are they Kraft mac and cheese bites?
Sometimes.
That'd be legit, dude. I don't want any mac and cheese that isn't Kraft. Sorry,
What?
homemade mac and cheese. Get shit on.
I make the best.
I bet you do. Kraft?
No, homemade.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
but is it like Mario Brother
I
shapes?
call it.
Wait, you just got Big Cat to say "fuck you." Like I have not heard him say that yet. He is passionate about mac and cheese. You just got him to say that.
I'm tired
I'll tell you
of
what,
people's dry ass mac and cheese, overcooked mac and cheese, crunchy cheese. Give me Kraft. I know it's like you're mixing together chemicals and there's a reaction.
You gotta have the shapes though.
No,
Gotta have the shapes.
Let's move on.
No,
Mike, let's move on.
One day you're gonna
Let's
have
just move on, Mike.
No, you're
Pig
gonna have
roast.
my
Mike,
bro
I'm
made
really-
mac and cheese.
Pig roast.
Bro made, I'm definitely not eating it. Sorry.
Pig
I already had to
roast.
put up with Mike's bullshit coleslaw. I'm not eating your mac and cheese.
And ambrosia salad. Let's not
You're
forget
gonna-
that.
You know
Big
what?
Mac-
Ambrosia salad was good when Carly made for New Year's. I'm glad
It was.
Mike brought that into my life.
Oh my god.
Justin, what number?
You already answered. Next.
5. Seven.
Andy literally told you what I was going to say.
Mozzarella sticks or provolone if that's your cup of cheese.
We'll go 2. I'm saving the 5 because I feel something's coming. I'm holding off for my favorite. I doubt it's coming. We're gonna go 2.
My favorite's not coming on here, but he's Italian, so it might.
Ooh, I think we're on the same
go
page.
2. I'm gonna go 2.
I got a little nervous after Drew and Justin didn't want to put boneless wings at 5 because they were worried about what he was bringing. So I'm going to go with 1 for mozzarella sticks because I don't think these next 2 are going to be something that I want to put at 1.
I'm putting it at 4 because I have no other choice.
No.
What do you eat?
None of this bullshit.
The next one, jalapeno poppers.
God.
I gotta go 5, and I gotta go 5.
How about we go in order with Jimmy?
I'm so sorry, Jimmy James.
It's okay. You're forgiven. I'm also going 5.
Steal his answer.
It's restaurants don't make good jalapeno poppers, and that's plain simple.
Some restaurants do.
Nope.
I'll say 5 again.
They're great drunk out of a freezer. That's about it.
They're really good in a smoker.
Mm.
With
I'm going to
bacon.
put him at... You'll get your turn to talk about the food, Mike. It's my turn now. I'll put him at 2. I like the frozen microwavable ones.
Mm-hmm.
Or air fryer, whatever.
Approximately at 2.
Jeez.
The food
He's
ones are
sick
the
of
worst
it.
for Newman.
He's
Worst.
sick of it. He looks physically ill.
This
His
one,
brim's droopy.
Here we go.
this last one, you can use This is, I guess, pretty open. So whatever your definition is here, loaded nachos.
I mean, if you have to explain it, it's not a great appetizer.
No, so I'm saying if you like shredded pork on it, if you like it no meat, just all the toppings, however you like your loaded nachos.
So for me, sorry, Jimmy. Jesus, why do I think I'm first? I'm so self-important.
It out of the choices I was given, it actually would be one, but it has to have some kind of meat on top of it for it to be there.
See, but I think you can make to me loaded nachos with like pulled pork and stuff. That's a meal,
right?
Rather than appetizer. So for me, and so I have to put it at one. But I would, for me, a good pulled pork nacho platter is a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Levity Brewing in Indiana, not a sponsor, has really good pulled pork nachos. Not yet. I want to work on them though. Big Cat?
I just like hearing you say my name.
Start queuing up Destiny's Child.
I almost started singing it. Nobody wants that.
I'm here for it.
It's one of my favorite songs ever. Anyway, next.
I'm putting it at 3. I think a good like low-key loaded nachos. You can't put like a pound of pulled pork on it. But I think any meat I think would be good. Honestly, if it doesn't have meat, I'm not going to eat.
No diddy.
Whoa, that is what she said.
Wow,
give me that protein.
You don't like the Newman? Where are you in this?
If I could put it at -15, I would put it at -15. I hate everything on this list except for boneless wings.
Yeah. See,
damn.
I would have liked to see maybe a calamari, and I thought maybe Mike could go there. I just had a really good calamari this weekend. But again, I know that's not your typical. Mike's thinking more like almost bar foodish. Yeah, almost American bar. Yeah. So
I was waiting on stuffed peppers.
I was hoping for his Italian side to come through there, but it's all right.
Those are good ones.
Calamari and stuffed peppers are like the 1 and 2 for me.
I'm going to be honest. I don't even think I could put 5 appetizers that I would eat.
Wow.
Like loaded fries?
No.
Loaded tots?
No.
Onion rings?
No.
Yes.
Red Robin has really good onion rings.
Mike, what's your list? I want to know.
Number 1, jalapeno poppers. They have to be the right ones, though. I do love bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers.
What's the wrong? Like, I don't understand that. What's the wrong?
Like just crappy frozen ones that you just pop in a fryer. They're just not good. But bacon wrapped with stuff with cream cheese, fresh jalapenos are pretty delicious. Mozzarella sticks would be next. Nachos only because nachos should be further down on my list because I'm not a huge fan of nachos, but I'll eat them. But I don't like mac and cheese bites. And you guys beat me to the punch. Boneless wings are not wings. They are adult chicken nuggets, and I despise them.
I love that. I love that you guys agree on that. See, Mike, we came back around. We're an hour into the episode. Now we're friends again.
Yeah. My brother used to work at Wingstop, and I ordered wings one time, and he brought home boneless wings. And I said, what the fuck is this?
Never.
And he said, you didn't specify. I said, no, you specify boneless wings. If I say I want wings, you bring the bone in the wings.
100%. Mm-hmm. I'm with you. All right, Mike, you got a top 5 for us tonight?
Do have a top 5. This is the top 5 selling cars by volume of 2024 in the U.S.
Are we talking brand or like?
He's going to be specific, right?
So these are Toyota Corolla, not Toyota.
Correct.
Okay.
And is it car or is it vehicle?
Yes.
Like SUVs, right? Or is it just like sedans? It's everything?
Yeah.
It's vehicles.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the SUV that Toyota makes, what is?
RAV4. 4Runner.
Highlander.
Oh.
What's okay?
No,
so,
Honda Pathfinder. No? Is that?
No, that's Nissan.
What's Honda?
Honda would
CRV?
be a Passport or a CRV.
There's something else.
Or Honda Pilot. So
I
Pilot's
see a ton
the
of Honda
big
Pilots.
one, but that's the big one.
That's like for the moms who don't want to drive vans.
Right. So I'm thinking that if it's going to be most sold, it's not going to be the larger SUV or the larger.
Yeah, it's not going to be like a.
It's not going to be the Suburbans or the Pilots or the. I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be more affordable vehicles.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be most of them.
Okay.
So
I
think you're thinking like sedans, like
a Honda Civic, Cruisers, Honda Civics,
Toyota Corolla, Honda Civic, Nissan. What's not a Maxima? Nissan Sentra is the
Ford
car.
Focus, honestly.
Here's a
Chevy
thought.
Malibu.
Here's a thought before we just name every car in the book.
The Kelly Blue Book.
he said by volume.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think
He means loud cars, or does he mean? I'm done. Sorry, guys. It's getting late.
We are well past Drew's. We're going to be done in an hour. Goal tonight.
Drew answered my question? Thanks. No, but like a work vehicle or like trucks, like because companies are buying them in bulk or something, like because he said by volume. So is it if like
I would think it's commercial. I don't think it's going to be.
It's not going to be commercial.
It's not going to be commercial. I think it's going to be
industrial,
right?
Recreational.
All right, major brands, $20,000 to $30,000 cars that they sell low level. What are we talking?
So you're looking at Toyota Corolla, Nissan Sentra,
Focus,
Ford, Chevy Cruze, Ford Fusion.
Oh, it is
Fusion is over.
Ford Fusion.
I like Corolla. Corolla is like, to me, that's like a
Honda
starting
Civic.
point. Honda Civic and Corolla. I like those two. Pick one, Jimmy.
What's what are we feeling? Fusion,
Chevy Cruze.
Chevy Cruze,
Or Corolla or Civic. Okay, Cruze. Go ahead.
You know, the guy who's running the show is not even paying attention. That's like my favorite.
No,
part.
is that your
Oh,
answer?
is that your answer?
I thought
Okay.
we said Chevy Cruze, right? Or do we want?
Well, it's your
Yeah.
pick. Chevy
Yeah.
Cruze,
Yes.
not even in the top 10.
Damn.
Toyota Corolla, guys, right? Or Honda Civic. One of those two.
We're gonna go Corolla.
Corolla,
Not North Carolina.
not even in the top 10.
Holy shit.
So let me tell you, go. You were closer on the crossover path.
Okay, so it's going to be small SUVs. So we're talking.
Kia
Pilot.
Sportage.
So it actually might be a Kia
Let
Telluride.
me tell you this: the top 4 you haven't even said yet.
Oh, Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
You've said number 5, but you haven't. No, I'm
Wow.
sorry. You did say number 3. You haven't said the top 2 or number 4 yet, but you've said 3 and 5.
Oh,
I
Honda
think
Pilots.
F-150's in there.
I'm thinking it's going to be more smaller SUVs.
Yeah, I'm there too, but I'm just debating.
We're already at 2 strikes, so what the hell does it matter? What does it
Yeah,
matter?
really.
We
We-
might
there-
go over.
We've never done this.
So which one do you want me to go with?
The hint was we've said one of them.
Here's
And it
another.
was barely the correct
Here's
answer.
another hint. Here's another hint. You've now said another one.
That's got to be F-150.
Say F-150.
F-150.
Number 1 selling car on the road. It's in their commercial.
You know,
Oh, yeah. 'Cause they never lie in advertising. No, they never.
Listen,
It's
I
been the
watch-
number 1 selling car on the road for like the last 30 years.
Oh, how about
I
a
said
Jeep?
trucks.
Ford
Jeep
F-Series.
Wrangler?
I said trucks.
I was
Everyone
debating on
mocked
Jeep,
me.
but
Everyone
Jeep
mocked me and
Wrangler.
laughed
So-
at me.
Hold on. F series, the Ford F series is number 1 with 732,139 sold.
Jeep Wrangler.
everybody go to Wrangler.
Is that still a thing, Wrangler?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. No, you know what? I'm not feeling Wrangler. Just not feeling it. All of a sudden, I
but
just changed my
I feel
mind.
like that's too like the Grand Cherokee's cheaper, but I wouldn't go with that either. But Honda Pilot. I'm sorry, guys. That's what I think. It's Honda Pilot.
I
Every
agree
mom
with
does
that.
want a van
A
once.
CRV, but go ahead with Pilot.
Pilot.
Strike
You know what?
3.
Hold on.
Fuck.
You know, I was thinking CRV actually.
So we struck out.
No, we got
Yeah.
Ford F-150. We got one.
You got
We got
one.
We got
we got
number
one.
one.
All right. Number 1 was Ford F series. Number 2 was Chevy Silverado. 3 was the Toyota RAV4. 4 was the Tesla Model Y. And
What?
No way.
Yeah.
What?
And number 5 was the Honda CRV.
See, I told you, Drew. We should have done the CRV. You didn't listen.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe the top
Just
2
out
are
of
trucks.
curiosity.
Yeah, I was debating on Silverado. But I'm like, no, there's not going to be 2 trucks top 5.
Should listen to Big Cat. Big Cat had the trucks.
I was only on the like pathway of the idea. Like I was thinking like businesses, and is Tesla because there's a lot of like self-driving ones that do like
It's the
take rides. Like
the electric car is what that
I
is.
feel like I've seen a lot of Teslas will be just lined up places like that
Wow.
are being
Charging.
used. I don't know, charging or like
I was never going to guess Tesla.
Brutal
Yeah.
showing. We'll blame Jimmy. He
I'll
led.
blame
He was the
Mike.
ringleader. Yeah. Tough one. That was a tough one.
Mhm.
All right, Mike. Do we have any voicemails?
Probably
We have
not.
1.
We have one.
Excuse
One.
me?
We should just have Jimmy do it live.
Well, here we have two. I guess I'll play one from last week.
Thank God.
Wonder who it's from.
People Plum, it's me, Jim McBride. First time caller, long time listener. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. My question is, I saw a couple pictures from the beer pong tournament, and I'm just curious, did Mr. Acero bring his grass with him to make Drew lean so far? Like he was just standing on it, he just couldn't stand up straight? Because man, I haven't seen a lean like that since probably Michael Jackson's Smooth Criminal music video. So I'll just see what everybody thought on that, but it was a big lean. So thanks, guys. Once again, appreciate it. Good luck out there. See you soon. Bye.
Bullshit. I've already addressed this. There was no leaning. There was no elbow on. There was none of that. Despite a woman following me around every table and screaming out of everything that she thought was a fault of mine. Trust me, I have lots of people in my life screaming out all my faults. So I don't need another one.
Woman was she been identified? Has this woman been identified? I'm curious.
I know who she is, but I don't know her personally. I know who she is now. Yeah.
I don't know who it was that was yelling at you.
Brutal.
I also don't.
I didn't get to gloat last time. Who did you lose to?
I'm not going to address this. I've addressed this in the last episode.
I wasn't here.
Dave Biondo beat me.
Who was his partner?
Mike Devine, I think.
Some guy who got probably no cups.
Yeah,
that is not true.
No, Mike and David were a good team. I got to give them credit. They were a good team. I know if I were on David's team, I would have won also. But they were. No, Greg and I did a good job. We didn't play together. We had never played together. It was a good night, a good time, good fun. I appreciate losing to Mike as much as anyone does, I guess.
Wait, let me tell you about Greg.
No,
all right.
Wait, why don't you play the next voicemail?
Oh,
Jimmy's now the producer.
Let's play the next voicemail first.
People Plum, it's me, Jim McBride. Long-time listener, first-time caller. You would absolutely believe that because Mike Devine forgot about me last week. I don't even know where to start, but I guess the only question I have is, Mike, have you heard from Greg Acero recently? Is his grass cut as well? Thanks, guys. Love the show. Talk to you later. Bye.
Oh, Greg. Long grass Greg. I love him.
All right. So Jimmy got a new position at work, and he now sits in front of a computer more than he used to.
What's your new position, Jimmy?
I am the group leader of division.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So he's in front of a computer more, and he has access to my teams, and he sends me team messages. Greg also used to work where we work, and we were in a group chat with the three of us. Well, I'm driving one day, and I get a message from Jimmy, and it just says, Greg's gone. My heart sank. I called Jimmy right away, and I go, what the hell happened? And he goes, what do you mean? I was like, did Greg die? I was so upset. Seriously, my heart sank. My stomach was upset instantly. And he goes, what are you talking about? I was like, your message, you just said Greg's gone. He goes, oh, he left the chat. I was like, you son of a bitch.
He didn't leave the chat. He was removed from our company. So I went into the chat, first time in 6 weeks because I'm now on a computer. Oh, Greg's gone, and that was it for me. I'm just boom. I didn't realize that he only got the message of me saying Greg's gone. He never saw the backlog.
He didn't know right. Yeah,
right.
It came across my screen in my truck. That's all I saw.
Wow.
And I made it very clear: if something tragic like that would ever happen, Teams would be my last way of going about telling somebody died. I assure you.
That involves email, so Jimmy's not doing that.
Yeah, it's almost email. Yeah, I'm calling you.
Well, thank you for the voicemails, Jimmy.
You're welcome. One was from last week that somebody decided you guys didn't need.
Sorry, the streak didn't last, but you made up for it. It was good.
I feel it continues now.
All right. Anybody have any shout outs tonight?
I have two. So one, my dad listens to our show every week. We actually don't talk much about my dad. We talk about everybody else in my family, but not my dad. But we found out 4 weeks ago that my dad, for the third time now in his life, was diagnosed with cancer. Came out of nowhere, and the cancer is fairly aggressive, I guess. But they moved pretty quickly. They caught it early. But within a 2-week period, they were like, all right, well, we're going to take out his kidney and some other things. So last Tuesday, he went to the hospital, removed his kidney. Everything went really well. Actually, the surgery went, exactly what they were hoping to find when they went in there. So I guess he's in a little bit of pain right now. As one would expect, he's getting up there in age, but he's in the hospital. Just had a kidney removed, so a little bit of pain. But overall, things are going really well. So he's listening to this show as soon as it drops. I'm sure he's nothing better to do other than lay in a hospital bed. So, I just want to give a shout out to my dad. Also, another shout out. A couple weeks ago, some of the Bruins dads found the podcast and started listening to it. So every time I walk into practice with Lily, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, they ask me what my plum problem is going to be, and they went hard. They started listening to all the back episodes. So we appreciate the listens.
Well, thank you guys, and quick recovery, speed recovery. Wish to Papa Divine. Appreciate you listening to us. Hope you feel better soon. Hope you get out of the hospital soon.
I got one more quick. Shout out to Mom McBride. It's her birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom McBride. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll shout out the Plum Boys basketball team. They just finished their season. It was a better season than it was last year. Obviously, it could have been better, but, like Andy said earlier, building a program, so hopefully the foundation is laid and we can build upon it next year.
Well said. Jimmy, thank you for guest hosting tonight. We appreciate your humor, your wit, your looks, everything about you.
Thank you guys.
You have a face for podcasting.
That's what I bring to the table. I'm just sad I don't have my hat on today.
And thank you for adjusting your backdrop so we can start on time-ish.
I still liked it lower.
I did too. Sorry,
you know what? I do have a shout out. Shout out all the people that like us and listen. And shout out to all the people that don't like us and listen.
There's some people who listen just to see if we say their name.
Never.
Oh, we'll never say your name.
No.
Never. We're not Destiny's Child. All right, on that note.
Oh, my God.
Thank you for listening to Sour Plums.
Shout out Beyonce.
Like this episode, subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Peace.
This episode was jumping.